fucking love this song. It's honestly real good. Really enjoying it. Alright, so we'll get this done up in a second. Just getting everything up on my phone. I love this song. It's honestly real good. Make sure I see folks on chat. Leave a bit of volume on my phone. That way if somebody follows me this time, hopefully I won't miss it. But let's be honest, I'm fucking blind, so I probably will. I'm just gonna click a notification here. Somebody's apparently trying to join the Facebook page for Pokemon Go that I run. Alright, close out of that. And I do believe we are now up and running. Phone is good to go. Stream is good to go. Alrighty, so for YouTube, I'm essentially doing this the exact same day. I enjoyed this so much that I just took a few hour break and came back. So we're just gonna actually let's check out the gallery. Is there anything in here? No? Okay. Let's just continue that. Let's see. 12, 13, 18, 1.5. I'm confused here. Which is the newest one? The top one? The newest one? Let me just read these times here. 11, 17, 12. 125. Okay, I'm gonna say that it's this one that I want.
Welcome.
Ah, perfect.
You got dads.
So we're back into the dad book, and we're gonna see if we can get ourselves up working with Hugo there. Just give me a second. Checking out one more thing. There we go. Alrighty, so yeah, let's check out Hugo here on Dad Book. So, he's a middle school and a high school teacher, just like myself. Writer of scholarly articles on 18th century literature for various esteemed publications. If you're on here to tell me that my son put a cherry bomb in your trash, I know, and I'm sorry. Aw, how sweet of him. On a Friday night, you are most likely to brew some strong tea and paint my miniatures. Oh my god. He paints miniatures. He's a nerd just like us. If you had one thing to take on to a desert island, what would it be? A remembrance of things past by Marcel Proust. What are your turn-ons? Muscles. Well, I kinda have muscles. I'm a little bit of a muscly fatty, but we'll go with that. What did you want to be when you grew up? A movie star. What are your favorite movie genres? Documentaries on art history. What's your ideal date? Each of us read a different book on opposite sides of the couch in comfortable silence. That's sweet. I would actually enjoy that, somewhat. I'd probably discuss the book I'm reading with my partner, but that would still be pretty good. What do you never leave home without? My glasses. Actually, I forget them at home. I forget them at home a lot. I spend a lot of time thinking about. I worry that people who are against e-readers are more in love with the idea of books than actually reading them. That's a good idea. I am not against e-readers, but I do prefer a good book because I like having a book in my hand. I like flipping the pages, but I don't know, I guess it might be a bit of the idea of books. I definitely do enjoy reading books a lot, but I don't know, I enjoy having a good book in my hand. So, do we click message? Spend less money than you make. No, I'm gonna spend all the money I make. Laserdisc is clearly the superior digital something or other. Don't smoke. You're young, you have your health, now is the time to take risks. Also, Mel just sent me a text message that apparently she got sick, so that is why she is currently not at work. I feel bad for you. Hopefully you feel better soon. So, I navigate to Hugo's Dad Book page and type out a message. Hey Hugo, great seeing you at the barbecue. Wanna hang out sometime? I wait for a few minutes before the computer dings. I'm so glad you messaged me, and I definitely want to hang out sometime, but I have a favor to ask. Our class is going on a field trip to the aquarium today, and one of our chaperones called in sick. Is there any possible way you could come by and replace them? Uh-oh. I think about it for a moment. Man, that's a lot of screaming kids that I'd have to be accountable for. And they're in middle school. Arguably the worst age to be. Not lying, middle school kids can be a little shit sometimes. Amanda silently trudges into the kitchen and pours herself a bowl of cereal. Her eyes are a little puffy, almost as if she'd been crying. Morning, Amanda. Morning, Pops. Hey, are you alright?
I'm fine.
Oh, of course, I'm fine. I just got to thinking about the Backstreet Boys. They had a reunion. The Backstreet Boys are back. Alright. But they're different. Something's wrong with them. Like they're a dream someone once had but can no longer remember. And no one's talking about it. They just go on like everything's normal. Are you sure that's all you're upset about? You have to tell me what's actually wrong. But were they original? Were they really the only ones? The answer is no. We see boy bands come and go all the time. When they're popular, well, we'll act as if they don't like their... Wait, what? Sorry, English. Bad. We'll act as if they don't like their music, and in a few decades, their songs will be considered classics. It's just the way the world works. The Beatles were once the hot new boy band, you know? So, do fathers just lose their dad license if they don't mention the Beatles at least once a month? Yeah. But mentions of Rush or Billy Joel are acceptable in a pinch. But seriously, you know you can talk to me about anything, right? Yeah, that's why I'm talking to you about the Backstreet Boys with you. Wait, that's why I'm talking about the Backstreet Boys with you. Okay, just remember that it's okay to be sad. And also remember that I love you very much. I also just remembered that I didn't fix my Nightbot. So, caps, people, are very dangerous. Don't use caps. And only what's best for you. That's all. Alright, geez, don't make me cry again. Hey, how was middle school for you? Bad, but nobody likes middle school. It's 3 years of bad acne, crying, and being generally terrible. Everyone sucks. No self-awareness. Just a bunch of hormonal teenagers locked in a gross old building for 40-plus hours a week doing long division and starting fights over, I don't know, pizza day? Top 40s pop? Middle schoolers should be avoided at all costs. What was your middle school experience like? I don't remember. I didn't like it. I thought it was fine. You know, my middle school experience was actually shit. I was bullied a lot, personally. I contemplated a few things a few times, and I generally didn't care for it. But I will say I had good friends at the time that helped me through a lot of things. And if I had to pass on one word of wisdom, don't keep everything to yourself. Talk to your friends, talk to your parents, hell, even talk to your teachers. Do something. Because life sucks, but you can always make it better. So what? I didn't like it. I had my first crush in middle school, and I'm still a bit bitter about it. Alexis Stuggs, you hurt me, and I'll never forget. What'd she do to you? I stare off into middle distance, remembering the 24 hours that we dated and the 3 times we held hands before class periods. Then I remembered the bitter betrayal. Her leaving me for Arnold Birmingham. Him making me eat dirt in front of her. I don't want to talk about it. See? Middle schoolers are, reprehensible. Wait, why are you asking me about middle school? Oh, Mr. Vega requested my help to chaperone his middle school class to the aquarium. Just wanted to know what I was in for. Get to go to the aquarium? Are you kidding me? The last field trip I got to go on was to the clam chowder factory. They didn't even have us, or give us clam chowder. They gave us square pizza at a clam chowder factory. Well, that kind of makes sense. Some people are allergic to shellfish. Well, I guess if they're allergic to shellfish, why would they even go on the tour to begin with? You know, it doesn't quite make sense why they wouldn't sample some of the clam chowder. I'm not a huge fan of clam chowder, but I'd be a little peeved about that as well. Oh, is that why you won't eat clam chowder anymore? No, it's because Bobby Wellingham threw up into one of the vats of clam chowder, and I'm the only one who saw it happen. It haunts me, Jesus Christ. Right, let's leave that story firmly in the past. Anyway, you should just do it. Mr. Vega sounds like he could really use the help. Plus you get to hang out with cool fish. Amanda, I get kind of weird about aquariums. The ocean makes me nervous. What, are you worried that a whale is going to pop out of the touch tank and swallow you whole? Don't you put fear in my heart. Oh, do they have penguins there? Yes, they have penguins there. Then it's settled. Penguins outweigh fear of ocean. She's not wrong. I sit back down to the computer and let Hugo know that I'm available. He tells me to meet him at the aquarium and gives me the address. I grab my keys and kiss Amanda on the forehead before I head out. I arrive at the aquarium to find that the school buses have beaten me there. Preteens huddle around their teachers in small groups, yelling at each other and goofing off. Every teacher looks like they're at their wits' end.
I don't know.
Hugo jogs up to me, looking frazzled. Well, hello, handsome. I'm so glad you're here. Hugo! It's been a debacle all morning. We're short-handed, most of the kids won't stop screaming. As I'm sure you know, is the case with all middle schoolers. I looked through Amanda at 12, I'm all too familiar. Great, well it's you and me chaperoning a group of 10 kids. They're over here. Hugo walks me over to a gaggle of preteens who are all sitting on the ground, playing with their phones. They're not kicking each other like some of the other groups, so we're off to a good start. Can you guys put your phone away? All the kids look up for a moment to stare at Hugo, then they go back to texting. At least they're quiet. Too quiet. These guys are up to something, I can feel it. There's no way, they're too busy thinking about not getting food stuck in their braces to pull any stunts. It's middle school after all.
Oh.
We'll see. The class starts filling into the aquarium, and Hugo hands out massive stapled packets of paper to each kid. These are due at the end of the field trip. Yes, this will be for a grade. No, you can't borrow a pencil. The kids collectively groan and grab the sheets from Hugo. What's in the packet? Honestly, it's just busy work so that teachers can have a moment's reprieve. I think one of the questions asked them to sit quietly for 10 minutes to think about the Great Barrier Reef. Teacher hacks. I like that. As funny as that sounds, that is actually 100% true. I have created a few lesson plans myself where the work was literally just to get them to sit there and shut up for a time so I could do my own marking. I know friends that have done it. Field trips like this, we do it all the time. It is literally a teacher hack that is used quite often. And generally to a lot of work. It helps. It really does. Wait, I thought you were an English teacher. What does the aquarium have to do with books? We just did a unit on the Old Man of the Sea. Nothing quite like introducing kids to the futile perseverance of the human spirit by making them pet stingrays. Gives us time to check out some exhibits as well. Come on, they have a phenomenal selection of tropical fish. While the kids sit on the floor and pretend to do their assignments while they text, Hugo and I wander over to a large tank filled with brightly colored fish. Hugo points down to a brown and white fish with long spines. That right there is a lionfish. Did you know that their stomachs can expand up to 30 times in size? Oh wow, that is actually, I did not know that. Their spines are venomous too. Nature is hardcore. You think that's bad? Take a look at this one over here. Hugo points to a spiny, grumpy-looking fish hanging out near the bottom of the tank. That's a stonefish, the most venomous fish in the world. Really? I did not know that. And just like, and they just like keep it here? Oh, they're relatively harmless so long as you don't step on them. What happens if you step on them? Tissue necrosis. Ooh, buddy. Cool. Nature is wild. Man, Hugo seems to know a lot about fish. I feel the overwhelming need to impress him. Hey, see that fish over there? That one? Yeah, that's the... Ooh, American longfish. Blue-nosed wiggly fish. And the humphead horsey. Oh, the names this game came up with. Just because it's the only one that sounds realistic, let's go with the American longfin. Yeah? Did you know that? Paranormal fish trivia, psychiatric fish trivia, political fish trivia. We're gonna go with the political fish trivia. This fish openly supports the legalization of marijuana. Yes, I got the good one. Oh, yes, Hugo, you're definitely my favorite. I didn't know it was so progressive. Times are changing, man. Wait, are you serious? Serious as a heart attack. Absolutely not. We're talking fish here. There's no time for jokes. That's a... Oh, damn it. I was hoping that would still come off as a joke. I went from real good to real bad. Right. I lead the kids to another room. Sharks, sea turtles, eels, and other marine life swim around in a massive floor-to-ceiling aquarium. Kids begin trying to take selfies with the sharks. Hugo leaves my side to separate two kids who started fighting over a Capri Sun. I walk around the room, reading the tiny little blurbs about different fish swimming inside the enclosure. After a while, I look around and see Hugo again. He's gazing up at the aquarium in childlike wonder. The ripple in the water casts blue, moving shadows across his face. For someone surrounded by angry, hormonal preteens, he looks completely peaceful. He looks really cute in this light. I hope he doesn't see me staring.
Hey!
Wow. I walk over to join him. Beautiful, isn't it? I'd rather stare at you. We can learn a great deal from Mother Ocean. Are those two sharks kissing? Ooh, do I want to go with and learn a great deal? No, I'm gonna ask. No, Chris. One's eating the other. Oh, jeez. Well, we stand together for a moment, admiring the wonders of marine life. We eventually make our way over to the touch tank room, which seems to be the only thing the kids are actually interested in. The tank is filled with a variety of horseshoe crabs, sea urchins, stingrays, and small fish. I stand around the edge of the tank and keep a wary distance from the sea life. Who knows what kind of nefarious plans those horseshoe crabs have for my well-moisturized hands. Hugo rolls up his sleeve and sticks his hand in the water. Don't you want to pen some rays, Chris? Oh, I think I'm good. I don't really. I think I should just stay over here and admire them from a respectable distance. Come on, it'll be fun and informative. Don't make fun of me, but I'm scared to touch them. I get weird when there's no glass separating us. I don't know what any of these things are, but I get the feeling they will probably bite me and my delicious hands if given the chance. Nothing in this tank can hurt you. The stingrays have had their barbs removed, and the horseshoe crabs only eat little clams. And the anemones are perfectly safe to touch. Against my better judgment, I approach the tank. Slowly dipping my hand into the cold water, I touch a stingray as it glides past me. See? Not so bad. It feels like fun, slimy leather. Things get a lot less scary when you learn about them, right? I dive my hand into the touch tank with a renewed vigor for ocean life. I poke at some urchins and feel the hard carapace of a horseshoe crab. My hand brushes against Hugo's as we reach for the same anemone. I pull away blushing. Hugo smiles at me. Hey, you're supposed to be touching the fish. Sorry, I just get a little carried away some stuff. Wait, that girl over there looks suspicious. What is that? Are backpacks usually that wet? Hold on. Susan, get back here. And this is also stuff kids do all the time. Hugo runs after a middle schooler, catches her before she can make it to the exit. Want to tell me what's in the bag? Textbooks? Want to tell me what's really in the bag? Susan won't budge. I walk over to Hugo and the girl. I think he might need a bad cop. Look, kid, we don't have time for games here. That's an easy 5 to 10 in the clink. I'm afraid to hit a child. I had a bug go down for that once. He came out a changed man. Said he missed the bars. You're not a teacher. You can't tell me what to do. Yes, well, I am. Can you please put the bag down? Next time we won't say please. Susan glares at Hugo for a moment before dropping her book bag on the floor and lands with a let slap. We stare at it for a moment before it starts to move. Hugo leans down and unzips a backpack. A horseshoe crab frantically scuttles out and across the floor. An employee swoops in, scoops it up, and places it back into the tank. She gives us a disapproving look. Well, at least we got it out of the backpack. Like, what do you expect? You shouldn't allow kids in there with backpacks to begin with. Jesus, Susan, what was your plan? I was trying to free him. To where? Outside, where he was going to die?
I don't know.
Susan, go back to your group. We'll discuss this later. Yeah, and hands where you can see him. Susan sulks off, leaving me alone with Hugo. He gives me a pat on the shoulder. Middle schoolers have sticky hands. I doubt that's the first time that's happened here. Or the last. In the next room, we see a variety of smaller tanks, sea urchins, tiny fish, and a rainbow of beautiful underwater plant life surrounds us.
Oh!
Look over here. Hugo points to some seahorses gathered at the bottom of a tank. One of them is in the middle of giving birth. That's actually the male seahorse. Sort of takes fatherhood to a new level, doesn't it? Hey kids, come check this out. There's a male seahorse giving birth. A low murmur from the students. They just jump back on their phones.
Hey!
Fun fact, male seahorses give birth and then get pregnant in the same day. Really? I haven't missed too much there, Jamie. I got a really good answer by joking about a clownfish being, what was the name I gave it? American longfin. That is a very political fish as it supports the legalization of marijuana. And then I really flubbed it up by clicking an answer that he was coming off as being serious, but I thought he was going to say it in a joking way, thus had the complete opposite effect. Other than that, though, haven't missed too much. Oh, a kid just tried to steal fish, too.
Ah.
I wonder if they have to deal with their kids' awkward teenage years, too. All however many thousands of them. You seem to know a lot about marine life, Hugo.
Oh!
It's not really my specialty, but I do make a point to learn as much as possible whenever I can. I think that learning shouldn't end when you leave school. We should continue challenging ourselves to find out more about the things we don't understand every day of our lives. Agreed, Hugo. 100% agreed. Because if you stop learning, I don't think you'll ever be able to grow or change as a person. Again, fully agreed. Oh, I accidentally clicked out of the game. Come back here. Because if you stop learning, I don't think you'll be able to... Oh yeah, change as a person. Good point. But I still don't trust the ocean. We'll get there. We finally make our way to my favorite part of the tour, the Arctic exhibit. Do we get to see the penguins? Yes, we get to see the penguins. Hell yes. Our group of kids run around the exhibit. They won't stop tapping on the glass of the puffin enclosure, trying to get their attention. For at least a few moments, teachers, chaperones, and students alike seem to be having a great time. What was I so worried about? This isn't too bad. Hugo suddenly grabs my arm. Oh my god, there's a student in the penguin enclosure. For fuck's sakes. How? Just how? Just how? Wait. Just kidding, it's very bad. Is it one of ours? It most certainly is. Molly Henderson, Susan's friend. I look over to the penguins and see a determined-looking kid crouching behind a rock. She's hiding just out of sight of one of the employees. Over on the side of the enclosure, I see the door to the exhibit ajar. Was it unlocked this whole time? We gotta stop her before the staff sees and bans our school for life. Hugo looks around. I'll create a distraction. Hugo runs towards the puffin exhibit and addresses the entire room.
I don't know.
Everybody. I have an announcement. The whole room turns towards Hugo. Here's a few facts I bet you didn't know about penguins. Everybody just stares at Hugo, confused. Well, this is my shot. I run into the enclosure and am greeted by a cold blast of air. Psst. Hey! The girl whips around to look at me. Her nose is pink from the cold. You can't be in here. Neither can you. I try to walk over to the girl, but the ground is so icy that I end up slipping. I catch myself before I hit the ground, but the girl still laughs at me.
I don't know.
Contrary to popular belief, penguins are birds. Birds are traditionally known to fly, but penguins cannot. So I can understand some confusion when we're discussing the birdness of penguins. The crowd is still somehow enraptured. Kid, what are you even doing here? I'm letting the penguins go. They deserve freedom. Where are they even going to go? They're going to live in my closet. Oh. Children. Just why? Just why? Look, I don't even have the time to argue about this. We gotta get out of here. Not until I save a penguin.
I don't know.
Little known fact is that penguins only live in cold climates. With some exceptions, so they don't all live in cold climates if you're splitting hairs here. Did I mention that they don't fly? The crowd is starting to lose interest. I'm running out of time. Lay down the law, try to lie to her, bribe her. Ooh. What's actually gonna get her out? Laying down the law doesn't seem like it's gonna work. Bribing her very well could, but what am I gonna bribe her with? I'll just try to relate to her. Hopefully this is gonna work. I think back to the time I released all the feeder mice from the pet store. It was a disaster. I was 6, but it was a disaster. Molly, you know, life can be cruel. Money. Give me money. Okay, she wanted to be bribed. I'll give you $20 right now if you leave with me. Molly thinks for a second. Okay, well give it to me right now. I reach into my pocket and pull out everything I have. Examining each bill. Okay, well I have 12 and some change. Also, there's a button here. Is that enough? Pay me the other 8 later and we have a deal. We move to shake on our arrangement before I suddenly realize there's a wave of penguins on their way out of the enclosure. We're going to have to block these birds. Fucking goddamn.
Block
Oh god, there's a mini game. Okay, how do I do this? Oh Jesus Christ, I have to shoot birds with my... What the hell is this? Well, at least I can rapid fire. Get off the screen! What the hell am I doing right now? Molly, get your ass over here so we can leave.
Drive that team.
Jesus Christ. She does realize how much she's gonna get in shit for this, right? 0 penguins escaped. Do it once, do it right. Dad tip number 46. Pay your bills early. Phew, glad that's over. Just in time, too. Looks like Hugo is wrapping up his diversionary penguin speech. And that's why I think that penguins are one of the best animals in the world. Few people in the audience clap out a sense of duty. Everyone starts dispersing. Hugo spots us from across the way and runs over. Molly, what were you even doing in there? I was liberating animals, Mr. Vega. You realize that the penguins can only survive in the Arctic temperatures, right? You would have had a dead penguin on your hands. Well, it was a thought that counts. No, Molly, it wasn't. Molly turns to me. You owe me $8.
Huh?
What? I'll pay you later, kid. Molly runs off towards Susan. I suppose that they can compare animal theft notes. You're not off the hook, Molly.
Ah.
Chris, did you just bribe a child? I bribed a child? I don't know what she's talking about. You can't play by the rules when there's penguins on the line. I'm going with that one. Listen, man. We've all done dark things in our lives. I'm not that young. Or I'm not the young, bright-eyed youth I used to be. That person believed in a world where you wouldn't have to bribe children to save a penguin. The me today knows different. I only wish I could go back. Let's just get through the day and get out of here. With the day finally coming to a close, the whole field trip is ushered through the gift shop, and we make our way back to the school buses. As we leave the aquarium, the kids load onto the bus. Hugo pulls me aside. Hey, Chris, thank you so much for helping out today. You're a lifesaver. It was no problem. It was actually kind of fun. Let me take you out next time to make it up for you. You like cheese boards? Cheese boards? What the hell is a cheese board? There's nothing on earth more satisfying than a good cheese board. Sure. Great. Yeah! There's the good answer. Actually, Jamie, I don't know if you've gotten to see that yet. So as you see, that's what happens when you get the really good answer and not just the somewhat good answer. Great. Well, I gotta go make sure the kids don't steal anything else. See you around. I walk inside to find the house empty. I wonder where the panda's at. Before I know it, Amanda pops in through the front door. What you up to tonight? Just doing some homework. How was the aquarium? It was an adventure. Some kid tried to steal a penguin. Oh, I thought he was going to elaborate on that. Whoops. We've all been there. I had to run in and grab her before any of the employees saw.
Yes.
You got to go into the penguin enclosure? Did you steal a penguin for us? Amanda, no penguins were stolen thanks to the valiant efforts of myself and Mr. Vega. It was nice getting to spend some time with Hugo, though. I'm surprised he helped complete a covert op. He's usually kind of a what? Kind of a stick in the mud. He's actually pretty cool. I had a good time with him. Alright, too much adventure for me today. I'm gonna go rest my eyes. You mean take a nap? There's a difference. You'll learn when you become a father. Try not to make assumptions about people. Date complete. Oh, that was a date. So, handyman, almost full. Number 1 dad, I guess, was pretty low.
Gold star for
Youth
good behavior.
was pretty high. Colon, sure. Good cop. Chaperone. Oh, chaperone could have been a little better, but oh well. Dad points, 384. Daddy points, 592,746. So we currently... Wait, what? Did I read that right? Where the hell did all these points come from? Like, how the hell do I have almost 76 million points? But at least I got an A rank, so I'm happy with that. Exercise regularly and you'll stay healthy. While I'm doing my afternoon word jumbles, I hear the mail truck pull through the cul-de-sac. I wonder if we got any coupons today. The nice mail person slides a coupon, or a couple letters in a large yellow envelope through the slot. Takes a couple tries to get them in. Hey, my coupons. I take a closer look at the large yellow envelope. I lightly knock on Amanda's door. She probably has headphones on. Amanda? She yells through the door. What? I have something for you. I'm kind of busy right now. Can you come back later? Okay, just thought you'd want this big old envelope we got from HIA. Immediately, Amanda pushes her door open. Her own Institute for the Arts? I mean, if you're busy, I can come back. Father, please! I hand her the envelope, which she tears open with her teeth. That's probably bad for your teeth. She doesn't seem to hear me and spits out a piece of envelope. She pulls out a letter and unfolds it. And? The suspense is killing me. This is her dream school. Amanda's face is unreadable. I can't believe this. Oh, honey, it's okay if you didn't. I got in! Yes! Oh, I got in. Amanda tosses the letter aside and gives me a big hug. Congrats, sweetie. That's amazing. I'm so proud of you. And like I said last time, I know that feeling. Being accepted in the school you want to get into, it's just top notch. Top notch. She pulls away and looks at the letter again. Oh my god, I really can't believe I got in. Well, of course you got in. You're a great student, you nailed that interview, and your photography is incredible. Wait, Dad, I know this one's really expensive, and it's so far away. I think for a moment, HIA was one of the more expensive schools that Amanda applied to, but I know she's had her heart set on it for the longest time. It'll be tough, but we're gonna make it work. Really? Of course. Amanda hugs me again.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dad. Okay, sweetie, we're celebrating tonight. Dinner, your choice. Wherever you want. Wherever? Amanda and I walk along the bayside, tearing into our foil-wrapped burritos from a nearby food truck. You could have chosen anywhere in Maple Bay. Cost was not a determining factor. Please, Dad, you know I'm a simple gal. Just give me a burrito with a view. Can't say I'm mad. Amanda and I sit on a patch of grass and watch ships sail lazily through the bay.
Hey.
The dorms are right near a bunch of cafes, and there are all these galleries nearby, and there's a discount if you bring your student ID in. Amanda, slow down. You're gonna choke on your burrito. I know. I'm just excited. Did I mention that students get their own studio space once they're seniors? Oh, that's cool. And we get all the professional photo editing software for free. Oh, wow. Oh, this must be a small school if once you're seniors, you all get your own studio space. But that's still pretty fucking sweet for a school to do that. It's nice to see Amanda so enthusiastic about HIA, but I wish she wouldn't do it between bites for a burrito. I thought I taught her to chew with her mouth closed. I wonder who my roommate's gonna be. You take a survey online and they match you with someone with similar majors and interests. I bet we're gonna be best friends. Craig and I were. A good roommate could be a lifelong friend. But don't even get me started on bad roommates. Oh no, I'm just kidding. We didn't have a bad roommate. Our only other roommate was a puppy that Craig brought home one night. We spent a semester fabricating a story about our new foreign exchange student who had a really bad cough that sounded exactly like a dog's bark. Carl ruled. Oh, they'll have animals outdoors if you get a note saying you need one. I bet I could forge one. I think I'd get a rabbit. Or maybe a snake. Or maybe both. Would the snake eat a rabbit, though? Probably not, but a rabbit might kill a snake. Oh boy, I think I'll leave all that up to you. She's so excited, I don't want to disappoint her, but I need to be real for a second. So, you know I had a talk with Mr. Vega. He didn't tell you about the dumpster fire, did he? What? No? I don't want to put a damper on the good news, but I need you to knock it out of the park these last few months of school, okay? If you want to go to Horns, we need that scholarship money. I know you can do it. Okay, I promise I'll try harder. I pat her on the back. Think you can handle a 14-hour drive to come home for the holidays? There's got to be some treacherous ice roads to cross. And don't even get me started on the paranormal occurrences. Well, it'll be worth it if I get to see you. My eyes immediately well up with tears. Oh, Dad, don't cry. Sorry, I'm just very, very proud of you. You're all grown up now, and you're such a good person, and I hope you know how important you are to me. Dad, stop. You're gonna make me cry too. It's too late, honey. It's happening. Dad, I can't get tears in my burrito. It's gonna make it taste sad. I pull Amanda in for a hug and kiss her on the forehead. Love you, kiddo. Love you too, Pops. Ain't that just so sweet?
Welcome. You've got
Oh,
dads.
so we get to choose. Can we just go back to Hugo, or let's see if we can just go straight back to Hugo. Oh, we got one heart here. So has anything changed? Muscles, movie star, documentary. No, everything's still the same, but I should probably try to remember some of these just in case. Because we all know what these dating sim games are like, where you normally have to spit back certain things they like, and... but I think I'm good. Hugo's pretty easy to read on most situations so far. What do you do when you don't have to? We'll determine what, or where you'll be. Okay. The solo from Kid, whatever, is the greatest guitar solo ever. I should take Hugo up on his offer to hang out. I had a lot of fun with him at the aquarium. I type out a message to him on Dadbook. Hey, still want a cheese board? Hugo responds within a few minutes. Oh yes, Colin was his kid. That's what it was, yeah. Colin was still being a humongous shithead. He won't stop sending the same picture of Jackie Chan in a mesh shirt to the printer, and it's a nice picture, but it's wasting all my paper. Whoops, sorry, meant that for another teacher. But seriously, he's insufferable. There's pictures of Jackie Chan everywhere. I fucking like his kid. I really do. Save a couple for me. My Jackie Chan scrapbook is a little light on the content, and I think this would really round it out. I stand up from the computer and stretch. Ha, let me get back to you after class ends. Well, guess there's only one thing to do now. Dot dot dot. Dad nap. I'll hop on the couch and turn on some Antiques Road Warrior for background noise. I got this ornate cabinet from a yard sale for $5 in 1982. To be told that it once belonged to a Confederate general is a huge surprise. This will feed my tribe for weeks. I really like the way the appraiser's voice echoes through the mouthpiece of his leather armor / bondage gear. Maybe this is that ASMR thing Amanda keeps telling me about. I drift off to sleep. Fuck, the things this game talks about. I'm jolted awake by a dad book message from Hugo. Hey, sorry about that. Colin's in the principal's office now. He says he knows Jackie Chan personally, and that Jackie won't be happy to hear this. Fumble out a reply. I get off work in a little while, and I continue to be very serious about the cheese board. Yeah, so am I. Hugo and I work out the details, and I'm all set to meet him in a few hours. So is this classified as date number 2 then? Amanda walks in the door just as I'm about to leave. What's up, Buttercup? Just getting home from school. Where are you going? Oh, I have a meeting with the board. The board? A cheese board is what I meant. I'm getting a cheese board with your I'm getting cheese with your teacher. Will you be able to fend for yourself until dinner time? Yeah, I'll live, but only if you can talk him into going easy on me for the finals. Sorry, buddy. That ball's in your court. What's in my court, you ask? Just a variety of delicious cheeses, meats, and their accompanying crackers. Maybe some olives. A little bit of fig jam. Yes, I get it. You're excited about the cheese. Who wouldn't be excited about cheese? Cheese is delicious. If you don't like cheese, get the fuck out of my street. No, but seriously, get out. Sweetie, you'll get it one day. But now I gotta go see a man about some, whatever that was, because I accidentally skipped without reading it. Please leave. I walk into a quaint French diner, and Hugo weighs me down to a booth in the corner. He looks pretty tired. Long day? Every day is a long day when you teach middle schoolers. Preach! Colin started a gambling ring. The pictures of Jackie Chan were just a cover. He's bartering in those little rubber band bracelets that are also shapes. Okay. Is that the one that parents think means sex stuff? Those ones, yeah, but the reports are just the sensationalist news media capitalizing on the fears of suburban parents, as usual. At least I hope. Yikes. Generally, there is a hint of truth to those. I know back when I was in school that essentially that's where this reference is coming from, is dating myself here back in my day and age when I was in middle school. People, well, I don't know if they still do it, but at least back then. And as much as, like, a lot of people just wore whatever because they could, some people actually legit did wear them based on the sexual experience that they had done. And there were some girls in middle school that, Jesus fucking Christ, if you called them a whore, that would be an understatement.
Hey!
Right now, I'm ready for, ready for some fine wine and some delicious cheese. A waitress stops by and takes our order for the biggest cheese plate you have. For the love of God, just please put the cheese in my mouth, and recommends us some wine. Do you two want a scorecard for trivia? There's trivia? Yep. We're starting in a few minutes. Pretty much everyone here is playing. We'd love to play, right, Chris? Yeah, sure. I'm terrible at trivia, but I still love playing. The waitress hands us a scorecard and a few pencils before leaving. I might not be of much help here. I'm not very good at being smart, I guess. Come on, I doubt it'll be too hard. Chris! I turn to see Matt and Brian here with their daughters. Looking like they're ready for trivia, they come up to our table to greet us. Forgot about them, to be honest. Hey guys, you're all here for the old question and answer game? Oh. Yep, we come here every week, but Brian and Daisy carry the team. Carmen and I are just here for the cheese. Provolone to Lost in New York have been resigning champions for the last month. Man, Brian's great at trivia too. That raises his stakes. Great name though. Solid team name. That's Carmen's claim to fame. It hurts me how good I am at puns. Like father, like daughter. You guys gonna try to give us a run for our money? We'll see what we can do. We're just here for the cheese too. We'll see what we can do to not hurt your feelings too bad. The cheese will taste so much better with a side of victory. Hugo and I bump fists. Tag team champions. We'll have to think up a good team name, but I think this will be fun. Good luck. Brian, Matt, and their daughters head back to their table. Well, I guess we need a name. Got any good ideas? Easy, breezy, beautiful. Already like it's 1999. Real monsters. Craigslist Swiss connections. I gotta go with Vardy like it's 1999. That'll do just nicely. I get the feeling that that was one of the chances I could have had stuff and I got nothing, so at least it was neutral. We just come by with our cheese board and we revel in its glory. Already I can see a piece of cheddar with my name on it. I pair it with some strawberry preserves and slide it into dairy-induced ecstasy, or however you would say it. Now, this place actually sounds very interesting. I've never seen a place that does cheese boards before, and I would actually be highly interested in going to check one out, because I absolutely love cheese, and this sounds delicious. There's such a fine variety of cheese, and whatever that is, and I'm positively overwhelmed. Quick dip into the seasoned nuts, a slice of savory yet salty Gouda, or perhaps a focaccia crisp topped with honey and goat cheese. I'm so happy. Hugo raises his glass at me. Cheers to cheese! Hey, hey! A middle-aged man in a backwards baseball cap, sunglasses, and cargo shorts jogs out of the back with the frenetic energy of a radio DJ. Everybody ready for some trivia? The restaurant cheers. Oh man, looks like everyone's really into this. That's what I like to hear. Quizmaster Quinn. Okay. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Quizmaster Quinn. My actual name's Richard. I just like alliterations. More cheers. I see some of you brought your children here tonight. That's cool. My children won't speak to me. Haha, I'm just joking around. Classic Quizmaster Quinn humor. It's actually my wife that won't speak to me. She doesn't want kids. Let's get into some questions. The first category is literature. Excellent. You know who loved literature? My dead father. I looked up to him so much. More jokes. Classic Quizmaster quips. Yeah, just don't kill the vibe, bud. Please don't kill the vibe. Just trying to keep it light there, folks. Just like I thought my wife was the light of my life. Hugo, you got this literature stuff, right? Does Franz Kafka have irrational fear of one day waking up as large as grotesque insect-like creatures? Sure. This is the continent that encompasses the realms of Gondor, Rohan, Mordor, and Lothlorien. Other notable sites include Isengard, the Mirkwood, and Rivendell. What is the Elvish name for this continent? Oh, fuck. You would think I would know something like this, but I don't. I think it's Endor? That's the only thing that looks familiar to me, so I'm gonna go with Endor. Who is the writer that created Tarzan and John Carter of Mars? Fuck if I know. Nathaniel Hawthorne, E. Doc Smith, William A. Alcott, Edgar Rice Burroughs. Nathaniel Hawthorne is the only name that I actually know. Edmund Dantes is better known as the Man, Frankenstein's Monster, the Count of Monte Cristo, H.G. Wells, and Dante Alighieri. Should I go with the one that has his name in it, or I'm gonna go with Frankenstein's Monster? Sure, why not? I think he's doing crowd work. He stops by mine, Hugo's table. Whoa, nice cheese plate you got there. Thank you. How's that cheese tasting, big guy? Good. Haha, great. Cheese used to be my favorite food, but I developed a lactose intolerance later in life. Sorry to hear that. I also developed clinical depression. You know that feeling. Oh, but people don't tell you to just get over it. You're lactose intolerant, or get over your lactose intolerance, right? Nobody's like, have you tried exercising and get rid of your diarrheal treatment? Oh fuck. Why, game? Why? Or you just need to choose not to let your throat close up when you eat brie. Yeah. Anything? Does that scan? I'm trying to workshop my routine here. Wanders off to another table. Just don't. Just don't. Who wants to start the next round? More cheers from the audience. The next round is cinema. Oh man, I love movies. Sometimes I'll retreat into them for days on end because obsessing over a fictional universe is easier than engaging with my real emotions and problems. Frodo Baggins, am I right? Is he okay?
Oh.
I think it's just his character, I hope. How's your cinema? Spotty. I don't know a lot about movies, but if there are any questions about bad horror movies, I can be of service. That's an interesting one. It's a bit of a guilty pleasure. In Return of the Jedi, what does Luke ask Leia if she remembers? I also, regretting to say, have never seen Star Wars. So would she remember their father? Oh, it's mother? Okay, thank you for that help. I'll go with that answer then, because I honestly don't even know if at this point if for Return of the Jedi, if that's even when they find out that they're. Well, I guess if he's saying their father, their mother, I guess at that point they do know that they're related, so that would make sense. But I'll go with what you're saying there, Jamie, and I'll go with their mother. What entertainer makes a fourth wall breaking appearance in the film Gremlins 2? I've seen Gremlins 2, but I can't fucking remember for the life of me. Joe Sheen, Hulk Hogan's, Emilio Estevez, and Boy George. Hulk Hogan? I feel like I would know if the Hulk was in Gremlins 2. So maybe it's Charlie, but I think I would... Yeah, I was thinking Hulk Hogan as well, because I don't remember Charlie Sheen, but Hulk Hogan sounds about right.
Correct.
Which of these 80s horror movies does not feature an Indian burial ground as part of its settings? The Shining, Within the Woods, Poltergeist, Pet Cemetery. Pet Cemetery, isn't it? Poltergeist is within a house. The Shining is also within a house. I don't think I've seen Within the Woods, so I'm going to say it's Pet Cemetery.
No.
Seems like we're doing pretty well, but we're neck and neck with Brian and Matt's team. Those guys are pros. I look over to their table and give them a friendly but competitive nod. I lock eyes with Brian. He gives a much sterner nod. And the next category is wrestling. I am fucked. Okay, we're totally boned. Hugo grabs my arm. Wait, I got this. Huh? Man, you know who I would want to wrestle with? Literally anyone. I crave human interaction. Please put me in a chokehold. Please. It has been so long since I've been held. I can only process my emotions by making jokes out of them. Let's start the quiz. Remember that this is the lightning round. The first people to answer get the points. Oh, hopefully I don't have to click something. I look over to Hugo. He's focused. He's in it to win it. Question 1. This was the original name of Stone Cold Steve Austin in his debut for the WWE. Ooh. The original name for Stone Cold Steve Austin. He didn't always go by Stone Cold? Fuck it. I have no idea, so I'm not going to be able to answer it. Oh, good. Hugo's doing it anyways. Yes, the enthusiastic one over there. Steve Austin debuted as the Ringmaster.
Oh.
I did not know that. Points to Havarti like it's 1999. Next question. This city was a location of the first ever WrestleMania. Don't know that one either. Yes, the one who looks like he has known the answer for his entire life. First WrestleMania was held in New York. New York at Madison Square Garden in 1985.
Correct.
Another correct answer. Hugo's destroying these questions. He's so passionate about this. I've never seen him act like this before. It's honestly kind of hot. Just a little bit. Just tiny amount. Oh, a tough one. This title match went down in history as the shortest match at WrestleMania to date. Hugo jumps up, more excited than I've ever seen him. Chavo versus Kane. Oh, sorry, Bucko, but that is incorrect. The correct answer is actually Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus at WrestleMania 28. No, that's absolutely wrong. The real record is Chavo Guerrero versus Kane, WrestleMania 24, March 30th, 2008. Kane took down Chavo with one chokeslam and pinned him for the 3-second count. I will not stand for this travesty. Hey man, I'm just reading from the card here. I don't actually write these. Well, you're still wrong. What are you, my ex-wife? Sure, if it means getting points. The crowd erupts in laughter. Hugo blushes. He retreats back into his chair. Fine. Wow, Hugo seems real fired up about that. Where did he get this encyclopedic knowledge of wrestling? How do you know so much about wrestling? Oh, you just pick stuff up. That sounds suspicious, but it seems like he doesn't want to talk about it. I turn my attention back to the Quizmaster. Alright. Looks like we're down to the final category, and it's a close one between Provolone 2, Lost in New York, Brian and Matt high five, and Havarti like it's 1999, Hugo and I high five. Look over to Brian and Matt, Carmen and Daisy, all playfully give us thumbs down and stick their tongues out. I ate a big chunk of cheddar without breaking eye contact to show them just how serious I am. The final category is cool animals. Animals, huh? I never could take care of another living thing. Hell, I can barely take care of myself. Haha, I'm falling apart. Get off stage. Please. Don't come back. The Canary Islands were named after what kind of animal? Birds? Because a canary is a bird? I guess? I'm not sure if this is a trick question, but we're going with birds. What is the last animal that appeared in the dictionary? The last animal to appear in the dictionary. Well, if this is a real animal, then it would be this one, wouldn't it? Based off spelling? Yeah, I'm just gonna, based off spelling, we're going with this one.
Correct.
What mammal has the thickest concentration of fur in nature? Canadian beaver, duck-bill platypus, polar bear, or otter? Ooh. This one is an otter, isn't it? I do believe an otter has the thickest fur. It's a thin layer of fur, but the way it's piled on top of itself, and I do believe the hairs actually crisscross in a certain way that it's classified as the one of the thicker furs out there. That and the fact that they constantly live in water, they're never getting out. I do believe the answer to this one is otters.
Correctamundo.
Alright, I'm just going to come around and collect your scorecards, and we'll see who comes out on top. Remember, the winning team gets a $25 gift card to Phil's Auto Care. If you need a car part, Phil's will fulfill all your needs. Everyone oohs and ahs. God, I want that gift card. Quizmaster goes in the back to tally up the score. I pick at what's left of our cheese plate. There's a bit of brie here that tastes absolutely divine on a cracker with a little bit of honey and dried apricot.
Mmm.
They weren't so easy for me there, Captain. I'm not the greatest at these types of questions. So what are your plans after our big win? I'll probably retire, take Amanda somewhere tropical, drink something out of a coconut. Always wanted to do that. What about you? Probably take my winnings to Colin's gambling ring, bet it all on black, walk out of there with more rubber bands in the shape of animals than I know what to do with. Bold, but I like your style.
Ah.
You want that last piece of Havarti? Nah, that's all you. You definitely earned it. After a couple minutes, the Quizmaster jogs back into the room. Everyone immediately quiets down, waiting with bated breath for the results. Who will win the coveted gift card? I really hope it's us. Hey everybody, we've had a great night. Lots of goofs, lots of laughs. A little bit of light crying in the back, but that's neither here nor there. It was a close game, but the winner of tonight's trivia contest is... Damn it! And oh no, it was... No, damn it. Come down and get your gift cards for Auto Care. God, I can't do this anymore. Please just take the gift card. The gift card was a $25 gift card, sadly. Brian and Matt run up to grab the coupon and bow to the roaring applause of the crowd. I do my best to convey to Hugo a sense of appreciation for his hard work at trivia, with only eyebrow raises and a shoulder shrug. We'll get them next time, Chris. They haven't heard the last of Havarti like it's 1999. I am a little sad that we didn't win that, though. It would have been nice to kind of see, unless it's going to tell us later, the questions that we got right and wrong, just because I honestly don't know for some of those. Hugo and I walk back towards our cul-de-sac full of cheese and a sense of defeat. Brian's good, but I saw some tactical weaknesses there, which I think we can exploit in the next trivia night. He seemed weak on literature. I think if we can establish ourselves early on, it would hurt team morale. Maybe it would get them more focused on the cheese than winning. You're right. Next time we'll be prepared. Oh, shame about that one wrestling question, though. I'm not kidding. I plan to write a strongly worded letter to whoever employed that man. Come on, there's got to be a story there. What do you mean? You didn't even stop to think. You pulled that wrestling knowledge out like you were there at the ring yourself. Oh, it's just stuff, I know. Ooh, do I push it? No, I'm gonna push it. Hugo, I figured you'd be better at lying after dealing with every kid in school for as long as you have. It's embarrassing. I'm gonna keep pushing it. Come on, Hugo. You gotta let me know. You can't just not tell me this secret. You know what's actually embarrassing? Not being able to explain basic algebra to your daughter. You know what's definitely not embarrassing? Knowing stuff about wrestling. Hugo sighs. Alright, yes! I'm glad I pushed it. At the very least, I brought it back from losing that trivia there. Alright, if you really want to know, just follow me. Ooh, his place is actually rather messy. Well, I guess not too bad. He's just got one shirt and then books everywhere, which, this is sexy. This is what I want in my house. A nice fucking TV between a huge bookshelf that's just packed with books. Now, of course, I hate piling my fucking books like this. Now, if I have to, I will. But generally, this is how I like my books. Oh, this is sexy. Hugo leads me to his house at the edge of the cul-de-sac. We step inside, and his house is exactly what I expected it to be. Neat and filled top to bottom with books and art. Welcome to my home. Sorry it's so messy. Yes, I agree, Captain. So much so. His house is actually spotless. I follow him down a hallway. What are we doing? I think the only difference for me would just be like this. These would probably be drawers, and I'd probably have my PS4 and gaming shit in there. Nah, you gotta keep the books, man. Books are sexy. Books are nice. Hugo opens the door and ushers me inside. It's pitch black. He closes the door behind us. Uh-oh. Hugo flips a switch, and I finally understand. Ah, he's got a passion for wrestling. Now, this one specifically drew my eye because it reminds me of, Mount Your Friends? Is that the game? Yeah, Mount Your Friends. Which, hey, maybe that's where this is going. Curio cabinet is packed with in-box wrestling action figures line the walls, along with posters, cardboard cutouts, and every piece of wrestling memorabilia imaginable. A giant widescreen TV sits on a decked-out media stand. I'm speechless. I look over at Hugo, who's hovering by the door, doing everything to avoid eye contact. This is really embarrassing. Don't be, Hugo. Everybody's got their passions. Yours is wrestling. Personally, I don't care much for wrestling, but if that's what you're into, that's what you're into. This is the coolest thing I've ever seen. Oh, wow. Not a lot of people have seen this, huh? Obviously, I'm not going to answer with those. This leads to misinterpretation. This one is just a little rude. So, obviously... well, and obviously, we're going to get the best answer with that. Are you kidding? Look at all this stuff. This must have taken you forever to collect. Can I touch this? Go ahead. I pick up one of his replica championship belts and toss it over my shoulder. Exactly, Titan. Everybody, I think I've been going back and forth between Captain and Titan. I'll get one of them eventually. But yeah, everybody has a passion. Personally, I enjoy collecting figures and posters. I actually have to cut down on my poster collection, though, because I don't have space to put them all up. And I'm moving here soon. But, essentially, I just like collecting nerdy things and displaying them. And this is his passion, so obviously he's allowed to do it. Do you smell what I am cooking? I think the line is, it's meatballs. Sorry. I don't watch a lot of wrestling. I just think it's so cool how passionate you are about this. See, that's what you say right there, people. Yeah, I was kind of figuring that might happen as well, Titan. Yeah, I am. I really, really like wrestling. He's blushing so hard right now. Oh, you can actually see a little bit. If you look right up there, his cheeks are rosy. Hugo, you bought the wrong kind of pizza rolls again. Looks like Ernest just got home. He's yelling in from the hallway. I can see Hugo immediately deflate. I told you those pizza rolls have less sodium. I just want you to be healthy, son. Ernest comes into Hugo's wrestling room and looks around with disgust. He notices me and scoffs. I thought nobody was allowed in your precious wrestling room. I never said that. I just said that you're not allowed to take the action figures out of their boxes and pose them so that they're having sex with each other. Alrighty then. Ernest gets flustered. Yeah, well, whatever. I'm gonna go throw eggs at stuff. Have fun with your stupid wrestling crap. Ernest leaves, then a moment later, pops his head back in the room. Wait, no, Colin wasn't the son. Ernest is the son. Where was I getting Colin from? I don't remember where Colin's from. Ooh, is he 13? What grade was he in again? I think he said he was in 8th grade. So yeah, he could be 13, 14. Somewhere's in there. And your stupid friend. Ernest storms out of back out of the room. I hear a door slam. Hugo wearily runs his hand through his hair. Sorry about that. Him, and sorry that I have to keep apologizing about him. He's just going through a phase, I guess. I try so hard to impress him, but it's obvious that no matter what I do, he hates me. Ernest has a thing about authority figures. You don't get much more authoritative than a teacher dad. Which, he is right. Hey, Kyoshi. But yeah, he is right. I don't have kids, but I know parents that are teachers. Obviously, I work with other teachers who are parents. And being a teacher as well as a parental figure is difficult. Sometimes it's even worse when you teach your child. So I know where he's coming from with this, to a degree. My ex, he gets to be the fun weekend dad, and I'm just Hugo, who makes Ernest eat his vegetables and turn his homework in on time. Hey, you love him, and you're looking out for his best interests. Take it from one dad to another. Someday he'll come to appreciate you. Which he's not wrong. You will. Maybe not someday soon, but someday. I hope so. Thanks for letting me vent. Hugo glances at his watch. Suppose it's getting kind of late. Let's do trivia again sometime soon? I would absolutely love to. I start to leave. And hey, thanks for showing me your wrestling stuff. Maybe you can tell me some more about it next time. Hugo smiles. That would be amazing. I'll catch you around. It only takes me a few minutes to walk back home. Amanda's sitting on the couch reading a book about female photographers. To go back to that though, I'm definitely liking Hugo. I've been told by a few people that Hugo isn't really some of their favorite. That Hugo is like the best boring, or not the best, the boring character, the authoritative person. But I like Hugo. I enjoy him. He's the type of teacher, so far from what I've seen, that I want to be. I'm really enjoying going through Hugo. Well, that's not quite true. The best option isn't always doing what they like, even if it means spending money. Because spending money isn't always the case when it comes to a relationship. If you aren't fully involved or fully interested in something that your partner likes, that doesn't mean you have to be fully interested. As long as you show that you are going to support and care for them, and then, of course, every now and then indulge with them, then you're good. But that doesn't mean you have to wholeheartedly take into effect what they do. I don't expect whoever my significant other is to be, because I'm currently single, I don't expect them to be 100% nerdy like I am. If they are, that's great. If they're not, that's fine. Just as long as I can still sit down and talk with them about it, and then they'll indulge with me every now and then. That's all that really matters. Support each other, indulge with each other, have fun. Wow, I thought you didn't like reading. I don't. This book is all pictures. And even then, my patience is being tired.
Ugh.
Did you get to eat all the cheese your little heart desired? Very true. Me and my dad have a common passion for something that we can always talk. Exactly. And that's all that really matters. As long as you can sit down and talk with somebody about it. I am a happy little cheese monster. But I made sure to leave room for dinner. Who wants breakfast for dinner? Hash browns! Okay. Toast dipped in egg. Alright. Blueberry pancakes. Well, only if you help me make them. You know I'm the world's best the best blueberry sprinkler, and also totally amazing at heating up the maple syrup in the microwave. Now tell me all about that cheese board. Amanda and I spend the evening cooking an elaborate breakfast with everything we can find inside the fridge. I tell her all about the trivia, but leave out the parts about Hugo being into wrestling. I figure she would probably find some nefarious way to use that information for a better grade. You're never too busy or important to be kind to others. You know, this game has some really goddamn good skills at just imparting knowledge to folks. Like that tip, it's not even a part of the game really, it's just... Ooh, that's right, nice. So, let's see what we got. Halfway through friendship, almost full in bowling, for whatever that needs to accomplish, I don't know. A quarter of the way to half of the way for Tweed. Almost full in Hemingway. Almost full in Caricature, okay. And not very smart, which is about right. So, S rank, Dad points, 164,000, almost 165. Daddy points, almost 500,000, for a total of 92,592, 830. I still don't know where all those fucking points came from, because this pretty much doubled the points I made off the last date. So I have no idea where all this came from, but maybe we'll figure it out. So, you can save bookmarks directly to your desktop. Well, it's been a long day. I'm just about ready to pack it in. After a few bites of ice cream from the freezer, I turn off all the lights and walk down the hall to my room. I wonder if Amanda's still awake. The kid needs some sleep. As I pass her room, I can hear a faint sound, but can't quite make out what it is. I get a little closer. Is she crying? I knock gently on the door. Hey, Amanda? The crying immediately stops. Not right now. Her voice sounds strained. She sniffles. I need to make sure she's okay. I open the door. In the dark, I can see Amanda's outline in the middle of her bed, knees hugged up against her body. Is everything okay? I don't want to talk about it. I'm sorry, Amanda. I'm pushing this. You gotta let it out. You can't. You've been holding it in for far too long. There's been a few pictures where we've seen these drowdy eyes that you've clearly been crying. You've got to tell us what's going on here. You can't just leave this. Something happened? No, nothing happened. Go away. I'm still pushing it. Amanda, get out. Okay? Okay? I quickly leave her room and shut the door behind me. Once the door closes, I can hear her crying again. You know, from her perspective, this may seem like a father invading on her privacy, but honestly, in a situation like this, even though she's been told numerous times that she can always come talk to us, it's these steps that reinforce the fact that they really know that they can come talk to you when something's wrong. They may not, but at least they know that they can. And by they, I mean your kids and whatnot. Wow, what is her so upset? She seemed fine earlier. She was usually so open with me. Did I do something wrong? Is she mad at me? I guess if she wasn't before, she definitely is now. I can't even remember the last time she snapped at me like that. I have a hard time falling asleep, but when I finally do, I'm still thinking about Amanda. After a long night of very little sleep, I roll out of bed and make myself a pot of coffee. Amanda should be up for school soon. Maybe she'd be willing to talk about it, whatever's bothering her. About 10 minutes before she's supposed to leave, Amanda comes out of her room and makes a beeline for the freezer. Morning, Amanda. Morning. She drops a frozen waffle into the toaster and slams the freezer door. She won't look at me. Yikes. Yeah, she's a little mad for me trying to push, but she's gonna have to deal with it. So, anything big going on at school today? No. Okay. Do you need a ride to school? No. Want some coffee? Amanda pulls the toaster lever up, takes her still frozen, burned waffle out before it finished cooking. How can you have... Oh, sorry, still her freezer burned. I was reading that as if it was frozen, but yet burned, and that confused me very much. I have to go. Amanda picks up her bag and storms out. Oh, okay. I haven't seen her act like this in a long time. It's usually short-lived, but it always hurts. Hopefully this blows over and things get back to normal soon. I sit back at the kitchen table and look at a picture of Amanda and Amanda and I hanging on a wall. In it, I'm teaching her how to ride a bike. Her face is a mixture of excitement and pure, unadulterated fear. I remember how determined she was. Every time she would fall off and scrape her knees, she would get up and try it again. Finally, I had to stop her because she was bleeding everywhere. Then she started to cry because she didn't think she needed bandages and wanted to keep trying. As I put the bike away, she just stood in the middle of the street and screamed. Then I took her for ice cream. It was like nothing even happened. After giving it a bit of thought, I decided that if I force her to talk about it, I'm only going to make things worse. But I have an idea. I start rummaging around for ingredients. I hear Amanda walk in the door. Instead of heading for the kitchen like she usually does, she makes a beeline to her room. She's clearly trying to avoid me. Hey, Pumpkin? What? Can you come here for a sec? There's a moment of silence. Yeah? I want to say sorry about last night. I'm just worried about you, kiddo. I get scared when I know something's wrong, and I get even more scared when I feel like I can't do anything about it. Dad, So just, whatever it is, and you don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but whatever it is, just know that you have a dad in your corner who wants you to be happy.
Oh, no.
Honey, you know I'm bad with words, so I was hoping I could speak a language we both understand. I pull a cake out of the refrigerator and place it on the table. Hopefully the frosting is set by now. Ta-da! Dad. It took me a really long time before I ran out of the red frosting, somewhere around sad, and had to start over and... Sorry you're sad, but I support you 100%.
Ah.
This is beautiful. It's strawberry. Amanda gives me a big ol' hug. I grab some plates and